Fathers be fathers. I'm back. Just want to touch on my childhood and my father and my mother. You know, I was fortunate enough to be born into a two-parent home. And I watched my father as a small child migrate his family from Louisiana to St. Louis because he wanted a better opportunity, not just for himself but for his family as well. And so I saw my dad get up and go to work every day. I saw him provide, and I saw him on his day off, you know, take us to the park and take us to the store and spend his day off with us. And so he created a foundation of what it is to be a man, and that never left me. Sometimes, you know, people can sow into your life and plant seeds into your life, and if you really are paying attention and if you really do appreciate, you know, what that is, what that represents, then it never leaves you. And so from birth to 12, you know, my dad was an instrumental part of my life. And at 12, you know, I saw my parents divorce and I saw division. Didn't understand it then, but I understand it now. When you take on a responsibility and you do it not just for yourself, but you understand the value of covenant. You know, when God created man, he created a covenant. And so that same covenant applies to us. And so to be able to see that broken down and divided, you know, it had a very adverse effect on my family. Being the youngest of 3 boys, you know, I saw it. And so what I vowed to myself was that when I became a father, that I would never leave my family under any circumstances. It's easy to point blame, it's easy to make excuses, but at the end of the day, when you commit to something and when you get involved with something and you take on the spirit of another person, then you really become responsible and you become accountable. And if you don't know what that accountability entails long term, it's not a short-term deal, it's a lifetime deal. If you don't understand what that really means and what it really represents, then you're going to do some damage to somebody because you're not going to be a father. It takes more than just providing financially to be a father. You have to also be there socially, mentally, physically, spiritually. And so if you don't understand that, then you're going to create that division in the life of a child, and then that child is going to have a difficult time finding his way. And so that being said, I watch my dad go to work. I watch him go to work every day. I watch him go to work early. You know, those are some things that he instilled in us that says if you have to be to work at 5 o'clock, be there at 4:30. Set up. Be prepared. Make sure that you're mentally prepared to do your job and provide a service. And so some of those things, that foundation helped me persevere even through my trials and tribulations, that today, 2017, I went from one business to another business, but at the end of the day, I'm self-sufficient. I have a business. I have a passion for it. And I have a passion to be able to mentor and sow into the lives of men. At the end of the day, fathers be fathers.